We're going to be looking at my top 10 favorite toys in my collection. So let's go. Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Lauren and I'm with Lauren's Toy Box, where we talk all things toys, maybe a little comics, maybe a little Disney, depending on my mood. So if you like that kind of content, I'd love it if you would subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Hit that bell for notifications and do like this post, as it really does help me out. So today I thought I would go over my top 10 favorite toys in my collection. As you know, I collect quite a diverse group of toys. It could be action figures, it could be dolls, it could be Masters of the Universe, it could be My Little Pony. It really depends on, I just love so many different kinds of toys. I remember when I was younger, playing with my sister and playing with my sister's toys as well as my own toys. So I just loved it all. All right, so let me go ahead and start things off. Now, this list is not in any particular order except for this figure right here. This is a 1976 Acroyer from the Micronauts. I have always loved Acroyer. I just think that he is the coolest looking figure. Whoops. He's got just this really cool head sculpt. These engines just make him look so cool. He's got like these big roller boots. I just think that he's just such a great looking figure, and I've always loved him, and he is my favorite thing in my entire collection. So this would be, if I were ranking them, this would be number one. The rest of them are not in any particular order, so I'll just go ahead and choose this one. Okay, this is Almond Tea with her pet Marzipanda. Let me just show you Almond Tea a little bit better. Now, Almond Tea is a friend of Strawberry Shortcake, and she did come with her little pet panda, Marzipanda. And Almond Tea has a little lotus blossom on her head. She's wearing a little jumpsuit of sorts with a yellow shirt on with a little pattern on it. I can't see what's on the pattern though, but that's what's on the shirt. She's got these shoes with the green and white socks that are standard in a Strawberry Shortcake. She's got these kind of purple eyes and purple hair. But the reason why I love her is because, well, she is the Asian friend of Strawberry Shortcake. And me being Asian American, I'm always looking for representation in toys. And I just think that that is so cool that, you know, she's from 1982 or 3. 1982 or 3, I can't remember. But, you know, having that kind of representation back then. She was part of an international group of friends. It was her, Cafe Olay, who was the Latino friend, and Mint Tulip, who was the Dutch friend. So she had different international friends, but Yeah, this doll has always been a favorite of mine since it first came out in the 80s. All right, so next we've got Buzz Off, but not any Buzz Off. This Buzz Off is from the 2000X line or 200X line, no, depending on which way you say it. I think it's 2000X. But anyway, this is my favorite version of Buzz Off. Buzz Off is perhaps my favorite character from the Masters of the Universe. And he's got this staff of sorts. And he's got his little helmet on his head. He's got his wings that come out like this. I just think that when they designed him, and this was designed by the Four Horsemen, that they really made him look so insect-like for this round and just so cool looking. I just think that he is just an amazing looking figure. So that's number 3. And staying in the Masters of the Universe avenue, number 4 is Shirra, the original Shirra. I just always loved Shirra. I think that are there better representations of Shirra? Yes, I mean, I love the kind of filmation look, but there's just nothing, there's something undeniable about this Shirra, and just the way that she looks, just amazing. All right, and number 5, I've got Power Glide from the Transformers, my favorite Transformer. And let me just quickly transform him for you. Goes, fold his wings back, his arms come out, he's got his head there, and pull this out like that, and you've got your transformed Power Glide. I just always think that was a really cool looking figure. I don't know if it's the Popeye arms or just this face or what, but there's just something that I just absolutely love about this figure. So that is figure number 5. Okay, next we have My Little Pony, My Little Pony. This is Butterscotch, and she's a year 1 pony. She is from 1982. She's got the flat feet, and she was the first of my year 1 ponies. I have all 6 of them, but Butterscotch was my favorite of them all. She was the first one that I've gotten, and it's taken me 10 years to finally collect all 6. For some reason, Snuzzle was ever elusive to me, but I finally got them, and it all started with Butterscotch. And she's got the butterflies as her cutie mark. She's got a little bow on the back of her tail. Her hair needs to be combed, you know, but otherwise she looks beautiful. All right, next we have from Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, we have Mercion. I don't have her cape, unfortunately. I just have her tunic on, and she's got her staff. I think the reason why she is one of my favorites is because when I used to play Advanced Dungeons and Dragons back in the 80s, I was always a cleric, and she is a cleric. And so I just thought that she's just always just been one of my favorites. So there you have it. All right. Next, we have Tarantula from Sectars. And the Sectars were a really cool toy line that I don't know why never took off, because I thought that they were so cool. But basically, what you did was you put your hand in the puppet. My hand's a little big now for this, but I can get it in there. So anyway, it's very cool. You know, you can make it look like you're walking along, and then there's a little thing on the middle finger that allows you to open and close his mouth. Isn't that cool? I just love it. And just that look is so terrifying with all those eyes and his antenna. Yeah, so that's Tarantula from the Sectars. I really wish that line took off. I know Nacelle has a license, and I hope that they do more toys. I know that they released Dargon and Delara from the line. And so I'm hoping that they'll do more, but I hope that they'll do more of these Sectars. Okay. Next up, number 9, I have the Sean Cassidy doll. It's actually the Joe Hardy from the Hardy Boys. I just look at this artwork here. Just absolutely 70s and awesome. And you got him on the inside. You've got Joe Cassidy, the action figure. This is called an action figure, not a doll. Action figures used to be 12 inches tall, just like Barbie. And then at one point, they shrank down to 3 3/4 inch, and then eventually 5'5". But at this time in the 70s, they were 12 inches high, and this is Joe Hardy from the Hardy Boys. But look, there's Sean Cassidy, and it does say Sean Cassidy on it. And then on the back, it has Sean Cassidy. Now, the reason why this is one of my favorites is because Sean Cassidy was one of my... No, he was my first crush when I was younger. And I remember going to the store and buying a Teen Beat magazine that had his poster in it, and I put it up in my room because I loved him so much, and I loved the song, da-do ron ron ron, da-do ron ron. So yes, Sean Cassidy doll is another one of my favorites. Okay, and then the final toy that I'm going to show you is a recent one. This is Corason Marit, who is a Monster High collector doll. And her hair needs to be combed desperately. But basically, her shtick is... Let me see. Hold on. Hopefully, I won't knock her over. But she is a manananggal. Nope, didn't work. Basically, she's a manananggal, which is a Filipino vampire, a type of Filipino vampire that her top half can fly off of her body and leaves the bottom half behind. And what you're supposed to do is hang this on the doll stand, but it's very, very fragile. So me holding it and trying to do it like this just will make her fall off. So this is what she looks like. I dropped her fan, but she's a really great doll. And the reason why she made this list, even though being a very recent addition to my collection, is because it is very rare that you find Filipino representation in toys, let alone mainstream toys. And I just thought, my mom used to tell us tales of the manananggal when we were younger, and we loved it. You know, it always scared us. And so, this doll has a very special place in my heart. She displays well, but she does not play well. Let's just put it that way. I did do a review of her. So if you want to check it out, check out my channel for a review on her and other toys that I've also reviewed. And yeah, that's it. So that's 10 of my favorite toys in my collection, or my top 10 favorite toys in my collection. Let me know in the comments below which one was your favorite. And do you have a list of your top 10 favorites? Let me know some of your favorites in the comments below. I'd love to, I love to read all of your comments. So, yeah, please do leave a comment. And while you're at it, if you haven't subscribed already, I'd love it if you would subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications, so that way you know I'm doing a new video. And do like this post, as it really does help me out with the algorithm. And with that, thank you so much for joining me, and we will see you later. Bye.